join us in singing our national anthem, the class of 2019.
My sister's son. Yeah. Mine are all graduated.
I was going to say, but it's nice that you were here for all.
Welcome to the annual commencement exercises of McCann Technical High School. Our congratulations obviously will be bestowed this evening upon the class of 2019. But on behalf of the school committee, faculty, family, and friends, I wish to welcome you to these exercises and thank everyone for a beautiful rendition of our national anthem. I have a very brief message to the class, which I'm sure you will all appreciate. I want you to remember this evening, because you're going to share tonight in the last 4 years with your family and your friends, but I want you to remember your classmates. Look around. This is the group that you have done everything with for 4 years. This is your community. And I extol you in the future to be loyal to your friends, who are your classmates, who are now, as you're soon to become, alumni at McCann. So be loyal to your family, your alumni, and your community. And good luck in all future discussions. We appreciate everything you've done for us in the last 4 years. Thank you. And it's my distinct pleasure to introduce the next speaker, Ms. Salutatorian Megan. Go ahead.
Welcome family, friends, and faculty who are here tonight. Thank you for supporting us over the past 4 years. We appreciate it more than we can say. And greetings, classmates, students of the class of 2019. I hope you are up for the challenge of being a McCann Technical High School graduate, but more on that later. There is a group of people sitting in the audience tonight who are probably shocked that I am here. Not because they doubted my ability, but because growing up, I hardly talked. I was the master of the one-word answer. I just never knew what to say, so I chose to listen instead. And I know that may be hard for some of you to understand because you seem very comfortable talking, which is my nice way of saying you never shut up. Anyways, back to what I was getting at. Talking isn't always easy. Some of you are like me, and you are happier to listen and to take things in. So, to all the people out there tonight who knew me and others like me, surprise, we are growing up and learning how to use our voice. There are 108 of us graduating with this class. That is a lot of collective noise. We have used our voices in the classrooms, sometimes when we're supposed to, and sometimes not. We have filled the halls with our talking and yelling and laughter. We have cheered on our friends and classmates at sporting events and Skills USA competitions when we got our licenses or even when we got in trouble. We have yelled, argued, and disagreed, and we have certainly sighed together when Mr. Daniel came over the intercom for another announcement. So at all of these times, we have used our voices in different ways. But have we really said much? I personally think we have a lot to say. And I think this is our time to start to practice making sure we are heard. Tonight is where our lives truly begin. We are losing some of the structure that McCann has offered us, and we're going to have to start to build our own. This is part of the expectations around becoming an adult. We will decide who to surround ourselves with. We will decide whether we are going to college, into the workforce, or the military. Will we be moving, or staying in the area? Maybe some of us don't know where we will end up quite yet, but that's okay. We don't need to have all the answers yet, but we do have to start thinking of what questions to ask. Again, there's that talking thing. Growing up, however, means a different type of talking. We aren't talking to hear ourselves speak anymore. We are talking to be heard. Being heard means we have taken the time to learn what it is we are interested in, what we are passionate about. For some of us, it will be social issues. For others, the environment. Some of us will become politically active. Others will write code and communicate in a whole different type of language. Some members of the class will stay in the area and work to advance the community that has given us so much, and others will take their talents to a new location. No matter where we end up or what we are doing, I am confident we will be heard. And how do I know this? Because we have had the education and the experience of true learning. McCann's mission, our teachers, our co-op supervisors, and our families made sure we had what we needed to learn how to apply ourselves. You all know you have unique talents that you will now carry through whatever is next. All of this experience is about growing up and defining yourself. As your friend and classmate, I have had the privilege of being a part of this group's identity, and I am proud of who we are becoming. This sense of pride is so important that I am up here speaking in front of hundreds of people. Essentially, I'm finding my voice. And this reflection tonight has really been all about finding our voice and what does it even mean to have a voice. Not the talking kind, but the making a difference kind. The ability to say things, to share things, to support things that are important to you. The time and effort that it takes to bring about change. The voice that says, it's not as much about talking as it is about being heard. So how will you use your voice? Think about it. What will you do with it? Because now it's our turn. Congratulations, McCann Technical High School Class of 2019. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Superintendent Brosnan, Principal Kratz, Ms. Steiner, Mr. Dingwalt, graduates of the class of 2019, family, and friends. On behalf of the Northern Berkshire Vocational Regional School Committee, I would like to congratulate the class of 2019 on achieving this significant educational milestone. While 87% of the population over the age of 25 have a high school diploma or a GED, only a small percentage of those have a diploma from a technical high school. When you go home this evening, thank your parents for having the wisdom and foresight for having you come to McCann. For they have given you far more than a high school education. They have given you a golden key that will enable you to unlock the doors as you go through life. As a school community, we are committed to being a leader of quality technical education and academic achievement in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The school committee recognizes and thanks you, our teachers and support staff, for all the hard work that goes into becoming the best. And without your collective efforts, this would not be possible. In addition, you have helped create a lasting impression, not only in Berkshire County, but across the state and nation, as you continually outpace your competitors in Skills USA and BPA, as well as in the classroom and on the athletic fields. And equally important, the area of social responsibility or community service. We as a school have an obligation to instill within our students to act in a socially responsible manner for the benefit of society. As a school community, we are involved with many agencies and charities within our area. I commend you on getting involved with local charities such as Fox Care and the Lewis House. I'm sure most of you do not remember famed football coach Lou Holtz. Your parents probably do, you probably don't. He coached at Notre Dame from 1986 to 1996. He was the only collegiate football coach to lead 6 different programs to bowl games. He had a great football mind with a very basic philosophy of life. And this is what I really would like you to leave with tonight. Always do the right thing. Always do it to the best of your ability, and always show people you care. As a school committee member, we wish to thank all of you and take this opportunity for helping us maintain the standard of excellence. Please do not leave this evening without thanking your teachers, coaches, mentors, support staff for all their hard work, and lastly, your parents and extended family for providing you the extra push that we all need from time to time to succeed. It's no easy task or feat to graduate high school, and things are going to get tougher and much more difficult for you. Just think back, were you at the top of your class, were you an all-star athlete, gold medal winner in Skills USA or BPA? Be prepared to face the fact that these titles lose their significance in the post-graduation world. Bruce Springsteen in his song Glory Days talks about those days will pass you by. What matters now is the work you put into your life, not what you've accomplished in high school. Having been a teacher and coach and administrator for over 37 years, I never pass up the opportunity to impart some words of wisdom or some life lessons. I have 3 quotes that I would like for you to take away with you tonight. I'm sure you can all relate to at least one of these. Number 1, combine knowledge and wisdom to make an impact. And from Mark Twain, never let school get in the way of education. And lastly, shoot for the stars, be the best it can be. Good enough isn't good enough if it can be better. And better isn't good enough if it can be best. So once again, good luck and congratulations.
Good evening. Congratulations to the class of 2019. We now begin the awarding of the diplomas. I'd like to ask the class advisors, Mrs. Rooney and Mrs. O'Fahey, to come up. We'll be reading the names. We'll begin the presentation of diplomas.
Raphael Vincent Badini II. Jeremy Richard Beanie. Juliana Serena Ballerini. Kaylee Madison Archibald. Mitchell Allen Andrews. Timothy Aaron Elvis. Rucker Kaiser Thurston. Drew Mitchell Romania. David Gustav Nitra.
Yes, see the girl that's right underneath the screen now?
Yep, with the blue thing.
Yeah.
John Nicholas Dawg. Megan Taylor Goya. Emma Lee Marino.
He's still sick.
Chastity June Lilly. Alicia Loren LaSure. Cody James Lathrop. Stanislav Andre Kusik. Riley Scott Krudiak. Connor James Kogat. Andrew Malcolm Cook. Evan Ward Knapp. Nicholas Ryan Kelly. Ty William Kozowski. Matthew David Jetty. Dakota Devin Hurley.
Yeah, because they're watching Hunter.
Yeah, there was a question. I didn't see him either. They're still together, yeah.
Matthew David Bugby. Andrea Lynn Mercado. Lauren Nicole Brown. Christopher James Botswick. Zachary Caesar Boney. Tayden Bulte. Hope Blake. Hannah Blake. Connor James Berard. Brian David Bednarz. Jacob Wakefield Newton. Gavin David Urak. Evan Allen Miller. Brianna Elizabeth Melanson. Austin Richard Mahia Nascimento. Megan Ann Meswar. Matthew Neil Nagori. Troy Anthony Massaconi. Xavier Jordan Martin Levesque. Brian Everett Martin. Christopher Michael Mack. Matthew Anthony Blazinski. Noah Horn Fournier. Alyssa Maisie Fink. Logan Calvin Donkey. James Wallace Doley. Courtney Lynn DeVito. Nicole Lillian Demastri. Austin Brian Davin. Miller John Daniels. Lawrence
Let's do it
Cody.
too. Let's yell for Hunter too.
Robert Christopher Costine. Derek Jeter Clark.
Oh. These were my boys.
Jean
These were my
Witkowski.
boys.
Jaden Ray Clement Rozier.
Where?
Caleb Edward Rondo. Eric Nathaniel Ryder. Cameron Joseph Richardson. Jacob Roy Rivette. Arian Ray Quinones. Mariah Elizabeth Coet. Alexander W. Hickney. Justin Anthony Perry. Samuel Eric Marks. Matthew Ryan Norton.
Yeah, I got a big mouth. Where is he? I don't know. I couldn't see that far away. That's why I'm having a hard time. I should roll my glasses. You got some good ones? Yeah, awesome. Yes, Diane!
Wyatt Alexander Harrison.
Awesome.
Madison Rose Harrington. Zachary Samuel Hartford. James Arthur Guyan.
I'll send all those to you, Cal.
David John Gurton. Shiloh Renee Gray. Morgan Elizabeth Goodell. Rigoberto Gary Gonzalez. Zachary Ryan Gobel. Alyssa Marie Goddard. Nicholas Elmer Glidden. Zachary James Withers. Joseph Allen Bijar. Kaylee Ann Manuni. Brandon Walker Malone. Victoria Lee Therian. Aubrey Lynn Teklow. Brock Raymond Strong. Casey Rose Marie Spencer. Cheyenne Lynn Scapine. Carson Phillips Scalise. Brandon Darrell Sargent. Jonathan Duval Santelli. Lane Wyatt Hughes. Michaela Genevieve Huberto. Ethan Scott Childs. Justin John Horn. Holden J. Hopkins. Phoenix Sky Christina Hewell. Chad Anthony Zaccone. Kirsten Nicole Wood. Abigail Francis Wojcik. Hunter James Williams. Aaron Michael Williams. Kenzie Lynn Whitaker.
Signed from the there. I just want to know how you park
Something, we think they're all that.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the class valedictorian, Emma Maria.
Good evening, parents, faculty, administration, and school committee members. First, I would like to thank all of you for your continued support over the last 4 years. Now I would like to give some personal thank yous. all my teachers for helping me develop myself academically and always making me feel welcome. Next, I would like to thank administration for giving me the opportunity to compete in both Skills USA and Business Professionals of America. Over the 4 years, these two organizations have helped me develop a network outside of McCann, and I will always be grateful for these new friends. Next, Ms. Avery, my guidance counselor. You have been there through everything for me, the good and the bad. I know this wasn't easy, and I can't find a way to express how truly grateful I am to you. Finally, I would like to thank my family for always supporting me through my extracurricular activities and pushing me to success. My last thank you goes out to my grandfather. He couldn't be here tonight, he's in the hospital, and I know he would have wanted to support me through this event, but I'm doing this for him. This is for you, Nana. Now I'd like to address the class of 2019. Congratulations, we did it. We made it through the 4 years of high school. Freshman year, could you have imagined we would all be here, receiving our diplomas, walking across the stage, and switching our task sides? My thought coming into high school was that high school is the first piece of the puzzle that is life. High school is full of many experiences. Some may be bad, while others may be good. But all of these memories are a part of the piece that high school plays in the life puzzle. For example, the bads, like the great paper outage of 2016, and the graduation of many beloved teachers. Although they have left McCann, we have had the privilege to carry on their words of wisdom. They have given us the tools to carry out challenges in our future path, which develops the first pieces to the life puzzle: wisdom, perseverance, and organization. McCann has given us good experiences like adding new teachers, clubs, and sports the past couple of years, which allows us to adapt ourselves to new situations, which is another skill that makes us desirable for a job or furthering our education. There are many pieces to make the puzzle complete. One thing that high school taught me is every good thing comes to an end, so you can move on to other great things, which leads me to say that high school is only a stage, it's not your whole existence. So if you weren't happy with how high school shaped you, my best advice would be to use your adaptability and be open to new experiences provided by your future path. Use high school as your base and spread your wings. Further develop all the pieces to your puzzle and live your life to the fullest. To conclude, I want to talk about my personal experience at McCann. I experienced both sides, academics and extracurriculars. I'm so grateful for being a part of soccer, basketball, Business Professionals of America, and many other clubs. They helped me grow my friend circle while also teaching me skills like communication and time management. On the other side, I took challenging classes at McCann to get me ready for what I would face in college. Personally, I believe we all made the right decision to enroll in McCann. We received a degree in our selected trade and a high school academic diploma. This has prepared us to further our education or enter the workforce. Whatever your after high school plans are, remember this one statement. High school is only a stage. Don't let it define you, but let it shape you. Be open to new experiences, take in every drop of knowledge you can, but don't forget, McCann will always have your back. Thank you. Now I'd like to ask my classmates to join me by flipping their tassels from the right to the left as the final step of graduating high school.
for a minute to the video screen on my left or right. There's at the very end. It's okay. So we have a senior jury video over here. So if I can call your attention to the screen, we can cue that up, please.
Would this help you? No. I only need up close.
Another turn, boy, the forks stuck in the road. I've got you by the wrist, direct you where to go. So make the best of this town and don't cry. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf and get up and good time. Tattoos and memories and death's in a trial. It was worth a little while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Without feeling it.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right.
Be back after.
It's something
I like that. Just like here.
oh, there's a line goes by the front door.
just have to get between me and, of course, here I am. So I just have a few remarks that I'd like to make, and we'll get you out here, because you probably don't want to listen to me. But before we start, I'd like to just take a couple minutes and thank some people that helped make tonight possible. First off, one of our administrative assistants, Timmy, who always does a nice job helping me put this together. Bob Davis for 2 nights in a row putting on the music for us. And especially, I'd like everyone, if we could just take a moment and give a round of applause to the folks here at MCLA. If you look around and you see 108 graduates, and you look at our gym and you start to say, okay, you'd be looking at maybe 2 tops 3 tickets per graduate if you're hosting it at McCann because of the size of our gym. Great gym, but it's not huge. And then MCLA, really, the custodial staff, the IT staff, the AP staff, everyone here to just do such a great job to take down some of the banners, try and make this feel like a place for us to come and have our graduation. It's just phenomenal what they do for us. So we can give them a round of applause. Really lucky to be able to have our graduation here. And now I'd just like to ask the seniors to take a couple minutes and give a round of applause to a couple of people. First, let's give a round of applause to your parents and your families and all your loved ones for getting you through the last 4 years. There's a lot of work on your part, but trust me, there's a lot of work on their part too. And also, I'd like to just take a minute and have you all thank our faculty, our staff, and our school committee for giving you the quality education that you receive here. Just thank all of them. Please give them a nice round of applause to the left and the right. We're very fortunate to have the faculty that we have here at the school and giving you the education that you receive. So tonight, before I let you get out of here, remember what we talked about, being safe, being smart, okay, enjoy tonight. But I'd like to just take a few minutes to talk to you about the art of civility, so to speak, because I feel like it's something that we're seeing a lack of in current times. The Institute for Civility and Government defines civility as being about more than just politeness, although politeness is a necessary first step. It's about disagreeing without disrespect. Seeking common ground as a starting point for dialogue about differences. Listening past one's preconceptions and teaching others to do the same. Civility is the hard work of staying present, even with those with whom we have deep-rooted and fierce disagreements. Even though I'm quoting from the Institute for Civility and Government, I'm not trying to get political, and whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, Green Party, Tea Party, whatever, I think we'd all agree we've seen a decline of overall civility recently, whether it's in sports, social media, politics, traffic jams, the news, or if it's demonstrated through some of the horrible acts of violence we've been seeing and hateful protests. It seems like every time you turn around, there's another example of people not treating each other civilly. Now, I want to make sure, I'm not saying that treating each other civilly means you don't stand up for what you believe, because you do. You don't change who you are at your core for others, and you don't just follow along blindly with popular opinion. Instead, I'd like to highlight that part of the definition I just gave you about disagreeing without disrespect. Or in other words, agree to disagree, but do it nicely. Earlier tonight, Megan talked to you all about the challenges of being a McCann grad, and I'm going to issue one of your first challenges. Before I do that, let me just set a little bit of background about my perspective on what makes, one of the many reasons of what makes McCann such a unique school. And being close to it, you might, just as part of your daily routine, not necessarily notice it, but it's the welcoming vibe that the student body extends to one another here at McCann. You all come in from a bunch of different towns and schools, and yet somehow, for the most part, everyone is made to feel welcome, and everyone is generally accepted and respected. I'm not going to say it's always perfect, and I'm sure you're thinking, what about that time or this time? And maybe we didn't get it right all the time, but I will say that every year I work at McCann, I continue to be impressed how overall our students do an excellent job of welcoming and accepting one another and developing a class that supports one another, as we see here in the class of 2019. I visited and worked at schools, and I can confidently say that this really is the strength of our student body. So my first challenge to you all as McCann grads is to bring that unique characteristic of our school out into this world that is in obvious need of sensibility, and be leaders for all of us in that regard. I know that you're capable of doing this, because just take a look at some of the things that you've accomplished in the last 4 years. I'm going to list some of them. And if I forget some of them, I apologize. I don't want to keep everyone here for hours and go on. But in your time here at McCann, let's take a look. You won state vocational championships in baseball and softball. At Skills USA competitions, Aubrey Tetlow won the first individual gold medal in carpentry in the school's history. Joseph Bijar won a gold medal in 3D animation. And Abigail Walker won the silver medal in customer service. You participated in the first McCann robotics team to win a national trophy. Jessica Sharon was the first student from McCann in over 30 years to win the Herman Memorial Scholarship, which provides a full boat 4-year scholarship for her college education. Gavin Murak placed second among 75 competitors who qualified from across New England in the TIG welding competition that the Notch people put on in Chicopee. Colton Hurley was a gold medalist, and Dakota Hurley was a grand prize finalist and a gold medalist in back-to-back years in the Massapequa teen art shows. Justin Perry was the Massachusetts State Championship in Microsoft Word 2013 competitions and competed in the national competitions. We even have a best youth oxen driver at the 2017 Covington Fair in the Colton match. So the accomplishments, they go on, and I can list many, many more. If I left you out, it's nothing personal. You guys are a great class. You've done a lot of great things. And as you can see, your wide-ranging accomplishments certainly put you up to the challenge of bringing out to the world a McCann brand of civility. And I challenge you, and it's my expectation that you will do that. Treat people kindly. If you have to disagree with them, disagree without disrespect. So, I'm done. Now that that's said, we got one more thing to get out of the way. Okay? So I'd like to ask the class to stand up and join me one more time in singing the alma mater.